Well, thanks guys. You know, some days you want a convertible and some days you want to drive a hardtop. But what if you could have a car that did both? There are a growing number of cars in the United States that are convertible hardtops. And this is one of them, the new Mercedes-Benz SL. Well, Ryan, we are sitting in Casa del Nick Miles. This is my house, and before we get going, I wanted to point out a few things. That when we pull out of Casa del Nick Miles, we could actually put the top up. And if we don't put the top up of this car, it's going to be very noisy and it'll be very windy, and we won't be able to hear each other.
Although there is a steep rake, I'm pretty sure you're still going to be able to hear all the wind, because this car's not slow.
Are you talking about car tools or gardening tools?
Rake.
Windshield rake.
Rake.
Windshield rake.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Rather than garden rake.
Similar to.
Similar to. Here we go. 5.5 litres. Nice big fat engine with a twin turbo. Let's put the top up as we move. It's complicated. There's also buttons to push and things. Here we go. Ooh. If we go over 25 miles an hour, it'll stop going up. So be prepared.
It becomes a sail, you know.
Watch us take off in the Mercedes-Benz SL AMG.
Now with a 40% under load lock, the AMG limited slip differential removes wheel spin from the situation by distributing needed torque to what wheel has the most grip.
And so let's explain that in layman's terms. Imagine that you're pushing a wheelchair by the wheels. In fact, you're sitting inside it. It's like pushing one wheel with your hand to turn the vehicle. So all your power goes into one side of the wheel to actually make the wheel turn. That wheel getting the most grip at that time. This is done slightly differently for different reasons, but it's the same sort of principle. So what's the big changes for the 2017 version of this car? Well, they've changed up the body panels. They've become all aluminum this time, and they've added lots of carbon fiber to make the vehicle much lighter than it was in the past, which means that now you've got a vehicle with a huge V8 engine, twin turbo underneath there, but the curb weight is much lighter because they've used lighter materials on the inside of the car, which means more speed and of course more fun.
Now we were in the BMW M4 Performance package, and you can go check that out on our YouTube channel. That was one of our other reviews that we've just recently done, and that had something called the neck warmer. And now we're in the Mercedes-Benz, and it has an air scarf.
Did you say hair scarf?
So not much has changed with our Mercedes seats from the C350E that we were just into this. We have our typical 12-way seat adjusters, but we also have our contour sides which are adjusted, and we also have massagers, which is amazing.
And of course we have the seats that fit us both. We sit in very different positions. I have the beautiful wrestler English stance Anglo-Saxon body, and Ryan looks like a spider.
Mercedes-Benz has a great way of describing things, and I think
so do you.
Oh my
Let's
God.
be honest. Hairy spider, Ryan.
Mercedes-Benz has a great way of describing things, and this isn't one of them. It's called the electronic trunk closer, and I'm not even sure if that's proper English, but it was created in Germany, so we'll give them that.
We'll give them that. I think they'd well deserve that, to be honest with you.
Yes.
It's quite a complicated trunk, but there are a couple of interesting things about the trunk. So in a lot of cars, you have this extra piece that you have to pull down in the trunk so the lid can fold away, the roof can fold away, and that means the metal and the glass can fold away in the trunk. Then what you have to do is open the trunk and put the roof up, and then manually unfold this extra piece, which allows you to put the sunroof down in the first place. The great thing about this car is that automatically that piece in the trunk goes down and makes the trunk smaller. If you open the trunk to get stuff out, it will open itself up and pull itself out a little bit so you can use all the full space inside the trunk. Now you probably understood nothing of what I just said, so here's a demonstration video.
Is it because of your accent?
No, it's because you're a hairy spider. Cop up there earlier on. I hope they've all gone. Alright, here we go. 0 to 60 mile an hour time. Let's see if we can get it under 5 seconds. Whoa, that was very fast.
Very fast. 4 seconds. I don't think that I have felt my butt drop that far into a seat.
The funny thing is, I didn't even feel like we were going 60 miles an hour. We actually, when I braked, we were hitting 80. You also feel the strangest things is you can feel the hydraulics working in this car. Is you don't get thrown around like normally in a 0 to 60 mile an hour test. When you floor a car, you get pushed back in the seat. This didn't push me back at all. I was really comfortable. No feeling of G-force whatsoever. The car really compensates for that. Well, that's our complete review of the brand new Mercedes-Benz SL, the AMG version of the car. I will tell you, it's definitely on the top of my list for lottery wins. If I win the lottery, I will be choosing this car. It's a perfectly balanced, perfectly put together, handmade of parts, excellent driving machine. And I think they've done probably the best job of any car I've driven that's in its class of this type of vehicle. If you want to watch more videos, please feel free to go to our website, testmiles.com, or go to the YouTube channel. And subscribing to our channel is really important to us. My mum subscribed last week, so we've doubled the numbers of people that watch our videos.